like the first like real big gig that I got was, I guess it's not even technically real big, but you know, all those guys from the Blenders.
Oh, sure. Of course.
So
Killer, by the way, that's a killer a cappella band here based in Minneapolis / Fargo. For those of you who don't know, go check out their records because they're great.
Right. They've been regionally touring as a vocal quartet, doing Christmas shows every year for 25 years or something like that. And for a long time, they just would do their show to tracks. It's just the four of them on stage singing. And then I got to know Darren, who's kind of their like musical director in a way. He's running a studio in Farmington and was hiring me to play on some tracks that he was producing. And he's spitballing. He's like, man, the Blenders have never had a live band, and we kind of want to really like up our show this year. What do you think about being our drummer? And like, we'll get a bass player and a guitar player too. Like, we'll have like an actual live band instead of just tracks.
Right.
And I was like, really? Oh man. Like you guys are playing like theaters and we're going to go like on tour,
right.
Like I had never done that. I was probably 29 when that happened. Working with them led to me working with the band Go Fish, which was like a Christian kids music kind of thing, like the Wiggles, but for the church.
Right.
And they were really big across the whole country. So that was the first time that I was on a tour bus, and we're driving all over the place, playing these shows. The shows were usually like 2,000, 3,000 people, and 80% of them are under the age of 10. So it was like dude, it was ballistic. Like, the energy was really fun. Actually, they had a ton of cool production value with, like these lasers and confetti cannons, these like huge beach balls that we would get up and kick around in between songs. Like, it was super fun. That led to me getting in Owl City. When I was 31, and like that series of gigs, Blenders, Go Fish, Owl City, that came kind of like once a year there, and all three of them were the biggest thing that I had done up to that point in a row. And to your comment about just like self-doubt and whatnot, like that, man, each one of those gigs I was happy to get. And every time I thought, am I going to be able to cut it? Because I've never actually played ball at this level.
Right.
Like I've never been in this league. So am I going to, like, I think I can cut it. I've done all the work that I know to do, but I've never been in this environment, and maybe there's some variable involved here that I don't know about, and I'm going to find myself to be totally inadequate in that area. But it turned out in each instance that didn't happen. And by the time I'd gone through the Owl City gig and those guys were so pleased with my playing, I was kind of like, oh, I guess I do have what it takes. So when Sarah Bareilles reached out to me after the Owl City thing, and I, now she's for sure the bigger artist compared to Owl City. And I mean, just like side note, when I was in Owl City, we would play festivals and stuff, and the other drummers in the catering area or the musicians, would be meeting each other. Like, who do you play with? And I'm like, oh, Owl City. And they're like, oh, that guy uses a live drummer? Weird. I thought it was just like computers and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, I'm the live drummer.
Right.
Versus when I got into Sarah Bareilles' band, and I'd be in that same situation. Who are you playing with? Like, I play drums for Sarah Bareilles. And these other drummers who were playing with other like huge artists are like, you do? Oh my God, that's my dream gig.
Yeah.
The difference between like, even just within the freelance player industry, like I got a whole new level of cred because people know Sarah's picky and people know Sarah is amazing. And when I got the chair in her band, that changed things for me.
I bet
quite a bit in terms of reputation. But that was also like simultaneously the first time that I walked into a gig with a little bit of confidence.
Yeah.
Like I'm now 3 layers deep into getting like larger national music industry opportunities. And every time I've exceeded the expectations of these people that are hiring me. So now I'm in a little bit even deeper with someone like Sarah, but I think I can hang now, which
that helps.
That feeling, it does help, man.
Well,
it's like I'm playing up.
Yeah. There's a difference between confidence and cockiness. One you can use, the other one might lose you the gig.
Yeah. And I think to jump on that point, I would say the distinction in my head is like how I would choose to play versus how I would choose to posture. Like if like cockiness is me trying to make you think I'm cool. Confidence is me trying to play as well as I can play and believing that I can.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And that's what the artist is looking for. The artist is looking for me to play offense with my instrument, like to like really like give the music as much as I can give it. And my confidence keeps me from being hesitant and kind of like mousy about that. Like,
right.
Hey man, come on, like hit the drums like you mean it. I'm like, I don't know. Like it turns out I'm good enough to be here, but I'm hesitant because I'm not confident, right?
Yeah.
Right. Versus like arrogant guy who walks in the room and the task isn't to play well. The task is to like make you think I'm cool or make you feel small or be condescending.
That sounds like a gig I used to have about 35 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Just saying. Do you look
Fair
cool
enough.
or do you play well? Well, I don't know. I mean, that's a very, very interesting point that you bring up. What yours is real. That's real. The rest of it is all a front, right? It's what you wear, what you do, how you act. And the other one is how you play, how you react, how you make the artist feel, how the hang is. And that is what...
And you can't
fake that.